Boom, whap, zap. He was like a superhero on that run.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Inside give to Elliott. That's a room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So
the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, a quick throw, but incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Rams,
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
This would be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 8.
On third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Stafford now to throw. That would complete to Skoranek. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Quickly to the air is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards. And they go play action now. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Play action, it's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. He's into the secondary. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was this successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on second and 13. Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down.
Yellow.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
On one, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back. Maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Burrow looking to pass. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on third and goal. Now Burrow. This is caught. touchdown. Devin Asiasi, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
Here we go. And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Mahomes going to throw. Steps up, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't see their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. First down. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On 2, ready?
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First play, first pass for Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
They will run for the first time here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Foiled the whole plan there, turn the ball over. No gain on the play there, second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Herbert. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, LA. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
6-0 our score after one.
The score, Chargers 6, Buccaneers 0.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Brady now on 1st down. But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Only 5 on this play with the sticks. Shotgun now for Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep you.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
And he is not going to find the end zone. He stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Let's go now.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustain.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
27. Chargers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 31, Herbert. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
By Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. And at this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Julio Jones, 47 yards. And the Bucs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do it.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Brady. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, roll 66.
To throw, it's Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams.
From SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you have to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a first down for the Rams there and a pickup of 18.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Runs over it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 40 now on second down. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
The game of 14. First down, Eagles.
But first down, Hurts.
The Santos has got it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles 7, Rams nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
To try again after the sack. Stafford That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Aaron Donald with a sack. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Rams, nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Matt Gay to kick off for Los Angeles.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Offense set to begin the next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And this is caught. It's Brown. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Going for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. He's got it to the 43 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Stafford. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They snap it to Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, that'll be caught by Cobb.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
On 1st down, Stafford here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp, 48 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Forget the extra point. It's up and go. And an important one that is as we're on time now early in this 4th quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open book beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On 1st down, Hurts. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
A give, running right is Akers. Room here to run. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 49 yards right. As he's carried it 13 times.
That's another Rams 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Akers running right.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. It's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't one who had to make that kick.
They look tight, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, they'd be up at EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Miami.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.